else do you do it?
That's how I do it too.
Right. You're so stingy.
Amber's my mini me. She's 10 years old. Having breakfast with the girls. See what you got. Oh, sugar honey iced tea. Kennedy, you want to say hi? Hi. Kennedy's my 3-year-old, and Tierra is the oldest. Happy holidays, and she says she miss you. Miss you. There's definitely something missing with Tierra not here. Y'all say bye. Bye. Listen, happy Sunday, y'all. Y'all be blessed out there. Tearah has developmental and intellectual delays. She's also deaf.
Mother, father, brother, sister, daughter.
When Tearah was younger, she would bite other kids, she would bite other adults. You figure she went 3 years without any language, so that's how she expressed anger. At that point, I don't know if we knew how intellectually delayed she would be, but we knew that developmentally there was something she had missed, and that attributed to her behaviors. We did see a continued decline in her behavior, that she was more erratic. She became more physical. And when Tearah's not at baseline, that poses a risk for danger for the other children. There was one day, my fiance, Robert, and the kids were in the car, and I said, well, I'm gonna go in the house and use the bathroom. I went inside, and she wanted to go inside, and Robert was saying, you know, your mom will be right out. She's gonna use the bathroom really quickly and come out. We're not staying long. Tearah had just kind of lost it at that point. When I came outside, she had ripped out the headrest. She took his hoodie and tied it and was choking him from behind. I've always been able to help her in any situation. I've always been able to talk her off the ledge, but this was something I couldn't fix. The only choice I had was to contact 911. The hospital got her stable, but once she was home, Tearah quickly declined. She began to fight on the school bus. She attacked the school bus monitor. She was back in the hospital by January 19th. Being inside the emergency room was horrific for Tearah.
Amber, so my birthday is soon, right? 16.
You're talking about a room that has no windows, a TV with protected glass. It's a cell.
Being confined to one room for days on end, all of us would get stressed out and become very unhappy.
Dr. Rogers, along with other doctors, were in agreement that Tearah needs a higher level of care. They just didn't know how to help me access that.
We just happen to not have inpatient psychiatric facilities here, so we actually have to send all of our kids to outside psychiatric facilities. But there are limited beds throughout our state for kids with aggressive behaviors. So we often see these kids being stuck here for days to weeks.
Tearah was stuck in the ED, and we were stuck at home trying to figure out how do we access services for Tearah. But there were no beds. Tearah does not have services, and they want me to take her home, and she's very, very sick. they would be like, oh, well, if you don't come get her, we're gonna have to file a petition for neglect. Neglect would have been me doing nothing. Every time I left that emergency room, I thought, wouldn't it be just so simple if I could just bring her home? But I had other kids to think about. Bradley Hospital is a hospital for children, and they specialize in psychiatry. Thankfully, Tierra was able to access the help there. But having to go back and forth to Rhode Island, it's about 90 miles one way. And so I'm having to take time off to be able to take care of Tierra.
Have a nice day.
Thank you. What's up, girlfriend? What's going on? Come on. I brought you things. I know you needed some things, right? I know. I remember some, but not all, okay? First, should we do hair first? Okay. I knew she was gonna like this yellow comb. Anything yellow. Oh. That's me on Mother's Day. I stayed in bed. Yeah. I missed you, that's why. I don't know when home yet. I don't know. I hope soon, but I don't know. I don't have definite answer, okay? But when it happens, and I know for a fact that you're going home, I will tell you, okay? But I don't know yet, not yet.
Okay.
You've been so patient, and thank you. I know you're like, come on, I want to go home. I understand. But soon I think, I don't know. I miss you. Nobody knows how to play numbers. Residential care runs in the hundreds of thousands per year. I could not afford that. Insurance certainly doesn't cover that. I had began contacting different resources to try and figure out what I could do. And I was pointed in the direction of Susan Shatney, who is a counselor at the Department of Rehabilitation Services. And she says, I don't fully understand why you were directed to my office, because everything that you're looking for and need for your daughter does not exist. But I will help you try to figure out how to get it.
For Tierra's situation specifically, it made sense for residential.
Sent it out as a fax, correct?
Residential treatment is more like a dorm. You stay there, you sleep over, you get your meals there. Similar to what mom and dad would be providing you, but except they have specific trainings to meet the needs. The difficulty was who's going to pay for it. If you are lucky enough to have the Cadillac insurance plan, that would provide that. Very rare. Medicaid doesn't. School systems could pay for it, but they don't do that often. So the primary place to go is the Department of Children and Families.
Finding services through DCF, through their voluntary services program, is not an easy task.
We had the recommendation from CCMC saying residential. We had it from Bradley, residential. And DCF said that voluntary services couldn't provide residential because that's not what voluntary services is for.
Voluntary services offered equine therapy and yoga. as in-home services.
This kid is hurting herself and others. She could ride a horse for a little bit, and that'll help.
Sometimes our families do not know the wide range of services that are available within communities. There are certainly times at which we offer our service array that a caregiver may not agree to. It's not DCF that's moving away from residential treatment. It is a national movement to recognize the importance of families. Children thrive in the context of their family unit, in the context of communities. We found that an over-reliance of children in residential settings create a structure that is unnatural.
I don't know what I'm gonna do. All I know is that I can't stop. Amber, all this can go in the trash. There's no reason to save this stuff. We're in the middle of being evicted because I don't have the steady income and the money that I do have coming in. Because I am on leave, I'm using that to go back and forth to Rhode Island. It's gonna be all right. Look at me. You sad?
Yes.
Why? We're not gonna throw it in the trash. Some stuff has to go in the trash. Look at me. Some things have to go in the trash, but not your toys.
This is mine.
All right, are you keeping that?
Oh, yeah.
All right, I'll give you Kennedy stuff that we're keeping, and you go from there. Here you go. What kind of sneakers do you want for school?
I don't want anything fancy.
Nothing fancy?
Mama.
Yes, honey. You sad? I think one of the hardest things is to consider what this is doing to your other children. You gonna fold that for mommy?
Oh, thank you.
Because I'm not just Tierra's mom. I have 2 other children who are living this with me. Is gonna be a kangaroo for Halloween? What's gonna be best for them? It says Amber has been a joy to have in class this year. She has shown improvements in areas of math and language. You did amazing.
I want to read it.
How do I care for all of my kids when one of my kids remains in crisis mode? There's so many families that are fighting back and forth. There's parents who have had to spend every dollar that they've had gaining mental health services for their child.
Isn't it ridiculous? I mean, one doesn't even.
I didn't even know that was there. There should be one outside.
Oh, Shayna!
That might be worth trying.
Although I like this.
Perfect. KFC. You know how they are.
Thankfully, I met a family. You know, I met people who for once, a light bulb went off and I said, I'm not by myself. Because for a long time, I took it personal because I said, I don't understand why this is happening.
You go out of your mind practically trying to find the resources to get the appropriate medication, to find the appropriate therapist, while it's like, what the hell is the matter with those parents? Right. So you're constantly working against that while trying to deal with your kids.
I've been so concerned that if we didn't get my daughter the help that she needed early, you know, what's going to happen when she hits puberty? And we still can't get her treatment.
Sadly, and I hope I'm wrong.
No, you know.
I hope I'm wrong for all of you that are sitting here. My son right now is sitting in adult prison in Rhode Island at age 17.
I wanted Tierra at home so bad.
Oh!
You have all these summer months just going by, and I'm like, is my daughter ever gonna come home? Hi. Last time.
We're at the hospital.
And she's probably ready to come out of here.
Oh, I'm sure she is.
Tierra? Come here, girl. Oh. More kisses. More kisses. That's what I like. Yeah. That's my. How'd I get it? Yes.
Walked in this party.
Gonna be dancing, girl.
Skinny jeans on and nobody in that. Hey, okay. I want y'all to do it.
As I'm very excited, there's a lot to be done. Also, I'm a little anxious about her reaction to life again. Kid, come here. What did you eat?
Oh, what did I eat? Chicken and waffles.
Waffle? Show her the sign for waffle. Show her the sign for waffle.
Waffle. That's waffle.
No, that's pretzel. Waffle. Waffle. I got mint. 3 got mint, 3 chicken, and Tuesday.
Shayna was able to access a specific pot of money through the Department of Developmental Services. We were kind of ambivalent on it because it had its pros, it had its cons. It had Tierra home, it had her out of the hospital, it had her back in school. But at the same time, it wasn't the best. There was services that we still couldn't access, like a psychiatrist. They also just kind of came in and said, okay, we have this money, now you, Shayna, need to go out and hire people.
While you guys are enjoying your pizza. It can be challenging with in-home services. How, as a parent, do you manage that? It's a everyday job where you're figuring out what works, what doesn't work. She has gone after the interpreter if I'm at work. Mm-hmm. We've done our best to kind of figure out our way around that. The way we have this set up is that Tierra has a sensory area, right? Because she has depth issues when it comes to sensory, so that if she's becoming anxious, she doesn't have a way. You know, we might drink a cup of coffee, maybe have a cup of, yeah. She's upset.
Do you want to go?
She'll come for me. She'll come for me. She's anxious. There's a lot of people here. It's fine. Have a seat. Park. Oh. We're ready. Oh. She's 17 now, so my job is to not coddle her. It's for Tierra to figure out, okay, why do I feel the way I do? How do I express that? How do I get past where I am right now? Tierra's gonna be productive. Tierra's gonna work. She's gonna be able to be independent. But it's my responsibility as her mother to make her feel safe and let her know that we will get through this together. 2-1. Again?
See this? 2 years ago today.
Mm-hmm.
You remember this?
Mm-hmm. We came up this morning.
Oh, God. Look at that.
How you feel about seeing that video? So happy. You're home now? Whose turn is it?